Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BVI-Pilots. I am your host, John. Glad to be here with you guys once again. I hope everybody is doing well wherever you might be in this wonderful world of ours. I would like to first start out by giving a shout out to all of our BVI pilots out there that are having all kinds of fun flying in all the different aircrafts that we're able to fly in, the jets, the A2A aircrafts, and just having a lot of fun. So hopefully everybody out there is having fun. That's what it's about. Give a shout out to my brother and shout out to Kira and Community and Josh, both Brandons, all you guys out there, Jesse, Sarah, every one of y'all out there. Again, all of y'all matter, and together we're helping each other, and that's what counts. That's what matters. So there you go. We are on part 2 for the Cherokee tutorials. On the first part, we talked about the maintenance hangar. We talked about the fuel payload manager, and I showed you how to go through and do that. All right. Now we're going to get into some more interesting stuff, some fun stuff, and hopefully I do okay on this and don't miss anything. But if I do, I promise you I'll correct myself, and I will let you know. Hey, I forgot to tell you. Remember, if you got any questions at any time, please be sure to leave your comments down below. You can also email us. You'll find the email down below in the description. I said that last video and I didn't even put the email in there, but you'll find it now. It's there, and you're able to email us if you have any questions. All right. Also, for anyone new that is a BVI pilot or wants to become a BVI pilot, we welcome all of you with our arms wide open, and we're here and we're ready to educate you and teach you and help you and support you and have fun. So if that's the case, let us know a little bit about you, kind of where you are in the pilot simming world, as far as, have you flown any jets? Have you flown any prop planes? What have you done? All that stuff. Maybe even a little bit about what trouble you might be having, or anything like that you want to throw in, that's fine. All that stuff needs to go in that email. And then let us know, give us a short paragraph on you joining us and what really drove you to wanting to be a part of what we're doing. All right. So for that said, I'm going to first try to fix my microphone right here. That way you guys can hear me a little bit better, hopefully. All right. So here's the window that I'm going to need. But before I do that, I will tell you there will be sound. The screen reader, I don't know. Let me see if I can get the screen reader to do what I'm wanting it to do. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm looking to see. Your settings. Okay, I'm looking for. See if I can find something here real quick. Let's see. Well, I was hoping there was a way for me to do that, but I don't see. Well, darn. All right, so I'll just. You don't really got to hear the screen reader. It's not going to, make it to where you're not going to understand anything, anyways. But let's go ahead and get this started. I don't. So, the one thing I don't do, because sometimes it might, depending on how you got it set up, it might get in the way of your prepare window. And if you're trying to do stuff or use your mouse, it can give you problems. And I don't want that to happen. So the first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to load Talking Flight Monitor, because I need that. I want to do an actual repair on, here we go. I got to do a repair just to be safe, because I was doing some stuff earlier, and I don't know if it... Oh. Before I do that, I got to open up the hanger. So let's, again, a refresher. To open the hanger is Shift 7. And you're going to hear it. Here we go. There it is. For some reason, I don't hear the buzzing no more. Do you guys? I don't hear that. Bzzz. I don't hear it. That is weird. Anyways, it is open. I don't know what happened here. Usually the buzzing is there. That is weird. Anyways, normally you should hear the light buzzing, but I don't hear it. Maybe, maybe I turned it off. I don't know. Maybe I turned it off on the settings here. Let me look and see. Got Thomas over there working on his aircraft. He can't hear me, but he's over there working away. So, good job, Thomas. Keep up the work, pal. Let's see, was it here? Let's see. What is going on with my NVDA? Don't be acting like that, NVDA. Please. Oh, there we go. No wonder. Well, you know what? That's okay. Don't got to hear the buzz, and I don't know why it's doing that. Nope, it don't want to do that, does it? Okay. It might be under the other hang. Let's see. Close the hanger for a minute. Let's go to... Again, remember, you got to do your NVDA num6 and num4 and get on that window. There's many controls. Let's go ahead and see. I can't remember if it was under many controls or if it was... M2 speaker. This is all replacing stuff. No, it wasn't there, was it? All right, let's do one more thing here. We'll do an overhaul. So let's close the little menu. There's my light. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get that to come back on. So let's do an overhaul just to be safe. So at the top, we've got enable or disable damages. Don't disable it. I mean, you can, but you know, who wants to fly something that's always perfect? I've got like MKR headphones, Nav2 speakers, AirTrack tires, auto master switch, autopilot off, avionics, battery off and on, cabin curtains, check motor, cockpit red light. We'll actually turn that puppy on. I think it might be under. I think it might be under the other menus, so I ain't worried about that. And I'm going to replace our air filter. So, the reason it's not popping up because I got to open that other panel, which is check motor. This is going to open up the panel to get into the motor. Let's fix this because it's not. You always want to make sure you're on the maintenance hanger. Sometimes Golden Cursor likes to be goofy. Sometimes Golden Cursor doesn't want to read. Like that right there, it's not wanting to read. Do it again. If it don't work this time, we'll just go ahead and skip it. So it's being silly. See how it's saying unknown. You can't hear it, but there's the engine. Okay. There we go. Golden Cursor's working better now. Let's see if I can get it to do that check engine. Okay. There it is. Check engine. Sometimes Golden Cursor likes to be silly. If you heard that noise, that's the panel opening up so that I can see what's going on with the motor. So I'm going to go in here to my settings. right here, motor overhaul. That gave me main wheels. I want a motor overhaul. What the hell? Let's see here. We'll do overall repairs. There we go. Complete overhaul. And that's gonna... Alright. So we'll just go over here. The quicker way to do it. Go to your talking flight monitor. Hit your Alt key, right arrow down to repair all aircraft damage. And now you just heard it. That's done. We're going to go ahead and check our fuel. You can always do this. Again, you can get on talking flight monitor, hit your Alt key, right arrow, down arrow one time. A 2A fuel and payload manager. Hit enter. Your first box is going to be your left tank. And if you've already been flying, it'll show you what you got left. If not, and if it does, just delete it and put in 2.5. You can only hold 25 gallons each tank. Right wing says 11. We'll change that back to 25. Let's top off the oil. I always do that. We're going to hit OK there. Now, let's go back in. Payload. So here I am. 150 pounds. Passenger 1. Okay, we're going to take down. Now, you can take 3 passengers. The Cherokee holds 4 people. So you can take 3 other people with you. And on this, in this area, again, we done talked about, well, I'm not going to go over this. We done talked about that the last video. So let's go ahead and do that. The reason I brought that up was for the fuel. So that's the first thing you want to check before you start turning things and trying to start things. All right. All right. Back to the prepare. We're going to close the cockpit because we should be good. And there we go. Now, first thing on the list, all right, is going to be instrument lights and battery. Second thing you want to do, check your fuel pump. That's what you use while you're climbing. Turn it on for just a couple seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, turn it off. We know it works. Again, you turn that on only when you're climbing. You do not got to turn that on any other time. All right, next, the primer. Unlock it with holding down tab and hitting P for primer. Did you hear that? There's one pump. Do it again. Sometimes the command likes to be silly. Come on. Come on. Sometimes, I don't know why it does this. I think it's a bug with the beta version of Talking Flight Monitor. There it goes. There's 2 times. I'm going to prime it one more time, holding down tab, pressing P. Come on. Oh, it's a pain in the butt sometimes. Come on. One more prime. That's not accurate. There we go. Prime one more time. There we go. I just did that so I could make that daggone primer command work. All right. We've primed it. Now, you're going to do Control Shift F4. And you're going to be able to hear it too. Listen, real careful. You hear that? Thump. That's basically putting your fuel at the I believe it's rich and lean, the leanest setting, I believe. And I'm going to show you how to adjust that. So after you do Control Shift F4, you're going to do Control Shift F2, but you're going to hit F2 about 8 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did it 8 times. Okay. Next thing you want to check, make sure your brakes are locked. Luckily, I checked that because mine was not. The next thing I'm going to show you is headphones after we get it started. Right now, you're going to come over to your throttle, bring it all the way to the lowest position, and then move it up just a little bit. Now, if you're using your F1, 2, 3, and 4 for your throttle, just open your throttle a little bit. Okay? Next is going to be our magnetos. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. And what that setting does is fires both spark plugs. Okay? So hopefully you got your keys set up for that. If you need help with the key configuration manager, let us know and somebody will help you. All right. Let's see if she starts. Sometimes she can be a little... Well, you know what? Let's check the oil pressure because it's not cold out anyways, or temperature. It's 37.3. No pressure. Let's talk about these keys real quick. Left brace 1 is CHT. Don't pay attention to that. Left brace 2, EGT. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Left brace 3 is your RPMs. You definitely got to know that one. Left brace 4, oil temperature, which is 37.3. Left brace 5, oil pressure. Should be at 0 when you're not running. Left brace 6, manifold pressure, which is 29.1 right now. Left brace 7 is your ammeter. And then left brace 8 is your voltmeter. So 7 is going to show you that you're charging. Okay? 8 is going to show you what your volts are. So, get all that done. She should start. I did wait a little bit long, but it's okay. Come on, baby. There she is. I had the throttle a little bit lower than you don't want to crank your throttle. Like right where it is, let's check our 1023 RPM. See if I can get to 1100. That's okay, because I'm going to check the magnetos now. We'll check them again when we get in the air. So I'm going to bring the throttle up just a little bit more. And I'm going to bring the magnetos. I'm going to hit the decrease one time. Then I put it on one plug. There's one. Go down again. There's the other plug. As you can tell, neither one of them. None of them's fouling out. Sounds perfect. Right? The next thing you can do, and I usually do it once I get up in the air, is I will adjust the engine with the richness of the fuel and stuff, because right now, well, you can't even really judge it until you get in the air. EGT saying 1106, but we are on the ground. We're not going to get that accurate reading that we want. So, the next thing we're going to do, let's get our headphones on. Okay? To do that, we're going to hit Shift 3. And I'm going to do the NVDA numpad 6. Many controls. NVDA Control L. Hear the difference of that? Much quieter. Once you do that, Shift 3. Close out that menu there. And now you're back on the main window here. The next thing you want to do, go to your desktop. Go to your FSX Pilot. Make sure you've got it set where it runs as administrator. If not, you can just hit your applications key and hit enter on run as administrator, which I'm about to do. Mine's already set to run as admin, but just to be safe. Now, I'm going to show you the way mine's set up, and I need to ask Thomas. He helped me do this setting. And basically what it is right now we're on the autopilot main panel. I'm going to go ahead and go up and put it on autopilot. Right there. Hit spacebar on AP.
Autopilot on.
Now we're on autopilot. Now, to get to my prepare window, I'm not going to alt tab. This is the setting that Thomas did for me. I'm going to hit Alt F. that puts me right back onto the prepare window. And now what I can do to go between autopilot and the FS panel, I can do Alt. Oh, hold on. I can do Alt A for autopilot and Alt E for the FS panel window. When I said Alt A, I didn't mean autopilot as far as like turning on autopilot. I meant Alt A for the autopilot main panel. Okay. I'm actually going to try to adjust the mode a little bit because it sounds like it's wanting to run a little rich. So I'm going to bring my RPMs up. I'm going to do Shift, Control Shift F2 until it starts running real sluggish. Right now, see? Now I'm doing Control Shift F3. And I did it too much. You got to adjust this when you're in the air, actually. I thought it was going to die, so that's my fault. Let's do this, put it back to that setting. Do a prime. Let's start it back up, hopefully. Oh, hold on, man. I know what I did. Okay, let me fix something real quick. I'm not even going to correct you guys. It's nothing that I told you wrong. It was just something that I forgot to do. Okay. Let's do another prime. That was my bad. Okay. Let's see. It should be good. And then after you prime, I forgot to tell you, do Tab Shift P. It's going to lock your primer. All right? Okay. Make sure. There we go. All right. Okay, so yeah, everything I told you to do, there was nothing incorrect about that. Yeah, it was all correct. Okay, you can do your magneto test on the ground. You don't got to do it in the air. Okay, you know, you can if you want to, but now we got it back running. Let's do Alt E, hit the menu button. We're gonna do a straight takeoff, and you'll hit enter on this. So let's go over it again real quick. When you do Alt E, you'll have a menu button. Go up, run straight takeoff.
Switching to true heading display for departure.
Go to Alt F.
Sir.
Undo your brake.
Flaps
with Control E.
Landing, strobe, and NAV lights on.
Bring your throttle forward.
Climb rate set to 700 feet per minute. Altitude set to 4,100 feet.
And here we go.
Speed set to 80 knots.
Okay.
NAV on.
And this thing's so light, you really
Rotate.
don't even got to do flaps, okay?
NAV on.
I'm going to go back to the Alt A window. you're going to tab down to the speed button, speed box, and uncheck it.
Heading set to a true heading of 45 degrees.
Okay.
Flaps up.
Now,
Landing lights
once
off.
you uncheck the speed box,
Please resume
do
on
Alt F.
navigation, sir.
When you're back on the prepare window, hit D to line up your heading. And then you can do right bracket H to check your heading. Also do B. Now I'm going to go back to Alt A. I'm going to type set heading 0 because I'm going to go north.
Heading set to a true heading of 0 degrees.
Actually, no, I'm going to go south because I'm in Indianapolis. So let me show you something. Set heading 180.
Heading set to a true
That's gonna
heading
take
of
us south,
180
okay?
degrees.
Let's check our altitude. Right bracket A. That's ASL. Right bracket G. 1124. I'm going to type set altitude ALTITUDE 3000.
Altitude set to 3,000 feet.
Set climb 700.
Climb rate set to 700
And
feet
there
per
you
minute.
go. There's commands in the okay. In your autopilot main panel window, when you do Alt A, you're going to find when you tab, you'll see a box with your, well, it's right above the where it says nav. So tab TC nav, shift tab back one, and there's a multi-edit box right there. That's for commands, okay? That's where you type for heading, set heading, and then the number, set altitude, then the number, set climb, then the number. So if you want to do 700 feet per minute, you would do set climb 700. And of course, we're almost to my altitude. So the climb rate is at 394 because it's almost where it needs to be. Now we're at 246 per minute. Let's check our speed. Right bracket S. And what I do, once I get level like we are now, well, almost. Once we get level, I'm going to do the lean and all that with the motor. And I'll show you. Okay. Now we're at our altitude. Again, do this when you're in the air. I tried it on the ground. That's silly me. When you get to your altitude, then you can do your adjustments. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Control Shift, and I'm going to hit F2 like 5-6 times. As soon as it starts running rough, I'm going to start hitting Control Shift F3 about 8 times, maybe 10. I'll count as I do it. All right. So here we go. Control Shift and then F2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a minute. Oh, you got to be on the prepare window. So let's do that again. Control Shift and then F2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in. See? There it goes. Now I'm going back to Control Shift F4. Or F3, sorry. And I do it in the increments of about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I've already done it about 12 times because it was already pretty good, actually. So, how do you know when you got it adjusted good? This is where you're going to be hitting the left bracket and the number 2. It's going to say EGT. Right now mine says EGT 1324. Now it says EGT 1333. You want that number as high as you can get it. If you're doing Control Shift F3 and say you do it a couple too many and you start seeing that number going down, then go over to Control Shift F2 and bring it back the other way a little bit. Alright? And that's going to be the way you're going to adjust it to get the best burn. Let's check our burn. Left bracket, Shift F. We're at 10.1. I'm going to show you something. We're at 118 knots. Now I do got it adjusted really good. But let's bring the speed back a little. Bring my throttle back a little. Check the speed. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Okay, I'm hearing wind. I'm thinking my window might be open. Hold on. To close your window or open, you do Tab W. There we go. I thought it was a little loud. Alright, speed, right bracket S. 117. I want to bring it down to about 110. So I'll bring my throttle back a little bit more. Right bracket S. Well, it's at 105. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it forward a little bit. I'll bring it back a bit too much. Hold on. I will warn you now. Talking flight monitor sometimes likes to crash. Reopen it. And this is the beta version, so alright, speed. Now I bet you that 107, that's good enough. Let's do a left bracket 2. EGT 1452. I bet you money that we got a really good burn going here. Left brace, left bracket, whatever, Shift F. Fuel flow 8.9. Now, you can actually determine what flight time you're going to get out of your fuel. Speaking of that, I need to check my tanks. Left brace F. Okay, I got 24 in both. So, that means we got 20, 40, 44, 48. Let's do 48. Uh, 48 divided by 8.9. 48 divided by 8.9.
48 divided by 8.9 is about 5.3932.
Alright, so we got a little over 5 hours. So, what you do is you take the total amount of fuel that you got by, checking your fuel with left brace F. And then after you add that up, you do left brace shift F. And whatever number you get, like here, 8.9, and you just divide the fuel by the burn. Okay? Divide fuel by the burn. And I'm at about EGT 1454. If you get up into the 1400s, you're doing really good. I've been able to actually get it up to almost 1500. Going a little bit slower helps on that. So, you don't gotta put your throttle all the way forward. Mine's not all the way forward right now. There's no need in, doing that. The maximum speed for this type of plane is about 115 knots. If you're over that, you're probably getting it because of tailwind, stuff like that. Okay? So, we took off from the runway. You've seen that when you put your throttle forward and all that, that it'll do what it's got to do. We got to follow them steps. Now, let's talk about landing. Right brace C. Martinsville, Indiana. We're going to do an Alt E, and we're going to find an airport nearby. Okay. We got an airport 12 miles away. K3FK. Let's go to that one. So I'm going to hit enter on that. So what I did was I hit space on the menu button that it puts you on when you come into this window. Air up to near airport submenu. And when you get to near airport submenu, just right arrow, pick the one you want.
Target K3FK selected.
And it's going to say target.
NAV on.
With the airport code of whatever it is. And it will take you there. Now you can get it to call out how far you got to go. Hit spacebar on the menu again, down arrow to say submenu, right arrow, down arrow to where it says distance repeated. Hit enter.
12 miles.
We got 12 miles to go, and now it's going to keep you updated. When you start descending, you want to slow down. A good speed when you're coming in is about 70 knots, something like that. And when you're ready
11
for landing,
miles.
Try to bring it down to about 60. I'm still practicing at that. I'm not perfect. Still learning all the speeds, but that's just something we can learn together. All right. We got 11 miles to go. So let's do Alt F back to the prepare window, and let's do Alt A. All right. So again, when you're on your autopilot main panel window, remember
9.9 miles.
On that multi-line edit box is where you do your heading speed, your altitude, your climb, all them commands. And be sure to read the manual,
miles.
you guys. I'm telling you, read the manual. Let's check our altitude here.
9.2 miles.
Oh yeah, we're covering that. So let's bring it back on throttle.
8.9 miles.
And what I'm going to do, Alt E. I'm going to hit space on menu, and I'm going to up
8.5
arrow,
miles.
fly GPS. I'm going to right arrow on that. Ultra short, short S. Actually, I'm going to up
8.2
arrow
miles.
to. I'm going to up arrow to fly traffic pattern, right arrow, and then I'm going to do
7.9
enter
miles.
on left hand.
Runway.
Now, it's
K3
gonna do a
FK03 selected
left-hand
for traffic pattern,
landing
sir.
pattern. Okay?
Switching to true heading display for the approach, sir.
There we go.
8.1 miles.
We're at 88 knots. That's a good. That's
7.8
not bad.
miles.
Now, it does check mark the speed. That's okay, because it's helping you land.
7.5
So
miles.
don't mess with that stuff on your autopilot. I believe you can let that be, because it's going to.
7.2 miles.
You can actually uncheck it if you wanted to. Do the Alt A, go in there, tap down the speed, uncheck it
6.9
again,
miles.
and you can control that if you want. Because it doesn't control speed good, I forgot. So
6.6
and-
miles.
uncheck the speed box.
Heading set to a true heading of 180 degrees.
And I actually hit the wrong thing here.
$1,000.
There we go. Gonna bring my flap out because we're at 1,000.
$400. $300. $200.
We're at 76 knots. We're landing.
100. 50. 20. 10. 30.
And we got landed. And I brought the throttle back too far. Well, that's one way of shutting off your plane. Come on, you sucker. Anyways, I was going to shut off. I brought my throttle back way too far. So that's nothing that, you know, oh God, you did wrong, right? I do want to check my plane out, though. I mean, we did land a little. These things land a little rough anyways, right? They just do. We're just going to check the plane, make sure we're good here. I'm going to prime it a couple times. Not that we need to. You know what's cool? You can hear the motor, guys. Listen. Hear the heat from the motor? Is that cool or what? Yeah, I accidentally brought my throttle back way too far. Oh, I know why it ain't starting. Hold on. Okay. Come on, baby. Oh, no wonder. Let's see something. Oh, I had my damn thing off. I probably flooded it now. Just to be honest with you. There is something I forgot to do. When we were climbing, I forgot to turn on the fuel pump. But, you know what? That's okay. Not a big deal. Oh, hold on. No, we don't want to go there. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. Obviously. My throttle was down too low, you guys. Okay. We're running good. Let's check the magnetos. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, don't forget to put on the parking brake. Silly me. Let's check magnetos. Let's see. Make sure we didn't foul that shit out. There's first plug. There's the second plug. Back to the first plug. Both plugs. So we're good there. I'm going to adjust it a little bit. There's 8. Ten. Back the other way. There's 4. There's 6. There's 8. There's 10. There we go. Let's check the weather. Really? It's not going to give me weather. I gotta figure out how to get my weather to work. Anyways, I hope that this tutorial helps you enough to understand. If I left anything out, you know what? Let me know. I'll be glad to correct myself. Again, just make sure when you climb, turn on your fuel pump. After you prime, lock your primer. Make sure you do your magneto test. Make sure you adjust your engine when you're up to cruising. You can adjust that out. You know, get to where it's too rich. It starts kind of running rough. Remember, you know, doing that control shift F2, do it about 8 times, it should start running nasty. And then control shift F3 about sometimes 10, 14 times. It just depends. So when you shut these down, do not do it by just a kill switch. Do control shift F1. Okay, that's the best way to do it. And there you go. Let's take the headphones off. Shift 3. And let's go ahead and do NVDA numpad 4, numpad 6. Menu controls. NVDA control L. H. There we go. And I believe the headphones are off. There's a lot of different stuff you can do in these windows. Controls lock. Actually, I want to do that. NVDA Shift L. There we go. Let's see what that does. So that's the seat belt, I believe. Off. Oh, ignition off. There we go. And if I wanted to, I could do Control Shift or NVDA Control L. There we go. Wheel chocks are on. Hell yeah. And yeah. So you guys can play around in here. Just pitted tube cover. That's the door. Engine auto start sequence. What? Engine auto start sequence. Let's see if that works. Yep, that works. I just wanted to test it. So there is an auto start sequence. If you have trouble doing it the other way, you can actually set up an auto start sequence. There's a button in there on your mini controllers. Now the cool thing about the startup sequence, it just has all that stuff applied already. So, anyways, there it is, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you out. I plan on doing more tutorials. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it, good. If you didn't, that's, hopefully it helped you. I'm not perfect, but I do my best, and I hope that it helped you out. Got any questions? Leave your comments down below. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. Tap on that subscribe button. Until next time, this is John with BVI-Pilots telling you to stay safe out there, have fun flying, and we'll talk to you soon.